Miss Katie. Welcome back. Today is our 11th virtual class today, and I'm excited that you are here again. I think you know how we start. That's right, we wash our hands. Pretty soon you will know these steps, and I won't go over them every day, but we should always start our day by washing our hands. So it might have been a little while since I saw you, so we're going to review. Okay, ready? First, all of our hands have germs. So we will turn on the water. After our hands are wet, we will put soap on them. We'll rub our hands together and make lots of bubbles. Do you remember what happens next? You're right. We will rinse off the bubbles under the water. We'll dry our hands using a towel. And now they are dry and clean for us to work. All right, friends, pause the video now and you can go wash your hands. All right, welcome back, friends. I'm glad that your hands are clean and you are ready to start your day. We are going to talk about our name. This week you'll be watching a video about practicing to write your name a little bit more. So we're going to get very excited about that. But you can always write your name each day if you'd like, or you can use the same one each day and put it somewhere special that you know you're ready to learn. Okay? So this is my name, Katie. K-A-T-I-E. All right, friends, I'm going to put it right here in the pocket so that you know I'm ready to learn. For me, today is Monday, September 28th. Let's look at that. It's a 2 and an 8. What day is it for you, friends? If you need to pause the video now to get your calendar pieces ready, you can do so. All right, let's spell our month together. Ready? S-E-P-T-E-M-B-E-R. September. Friends, we're at the 2 and the 8, which is 28. I think we might be nearing the end of the month. Oh, I wonder which month will be next. I think you might be right. Good job. All right. And now we're going to look outside. We're going to see what the weather is like. Outside of my window, I can see the sun. You can pause the video now and check your window. Is it raining? Is it sunny? Hopefully it's not snowing, but maybe. I'm going to put my picture of sunny under Monday. Monday begins with an M. Great job, friends. All right, if you're not quite ready to move on yet, you can pause the video now and finish your calendar. All right, friends. Today, we are going to talk about rules. Rules are things that we should do to keep us safe. And we might have a lot of rules that we have to remember, and sometimes we'll need reminders about them. And that's okay. Everybody needs reminders sometime. Why don't you pause the video now and talk to your grown-up about some of the rules you have at home. It could be that maybe you put your clothes away in your drawer when they are clean and you put the dirty ones in the hamper. Or it could be that we don't hurt our brothers or sisters, or we have nice words with them, Those are all examples of rules. Okay, pause the video now and you can talk to your grown-up about it. What are some of the rules at your house? Welcome back, friends. Did you think of some good ones? Great job. All right. I am going to tell you today at our morning meeting about rules that we have at school. So when we see our friends at school, we have certain rules that we're going to follow during group time. Okay, I'm going to show them to you now. When we're together and we're learning, our eyes are watching. So if a grown-up is talking, we should be looking at that grown-up. During group time, our ears are listening. And when our teachers are talking or when our friends are talking, we should be listening to what they're saying. Sometimes we can use our loud voices, but if it's during group time, our voices should be quiet. That way everybody can hear. And when we're at school, we use our calm bodies so that we stay safe and don't hurt ourselves or others. All right, friends. So today we're going to talk about one of the rules, and it is, no, that is the wrong one. Let's try again, friends. Voices are quiet. When we're on a playground or when we're outside, we can use really loud voices. But when we're inside and when we're learning, we have to use our quiet voices. That way other friends can hear, and that way our teacher can hear all of our friends. You can pause the video now and talk to your grown-up about other places you might use your quiet voice, or places you might use your really loud voice. Did you come up with some really good answers? I like to use my loud voice when I sing, and I like to use my quiet voice when I'm inside in our book area. You can share with your friends or your grandma or your grandpa all the places that you like to use your loud voice or your quiet voice. All right, friends, it's stretch break time. That gets our bodies ready to listen to the story. I've made a book so you can see other friends doing the movements as well. And the grown-up that's watching, if you'd like a copy of this book, let us know at Learn As You Grow and we'll send you these pictures. This is a fun game to do when you have to wait a long time somewhere. You can take these pictures with you and you can do it anywhere. All right. I'm going to show you the pictures this time so you can see them all. Ready? Stand up. Take one step back. Make sure you're not too close to the computer. Okay, here we go. I can stretch. I can bend. I can wave to a friend. I can jump so high. I can crouch so low. I tap the floor with my toe. I cross my arms and breathe in deep. I calm my body and have a seat. Wonderful job, friends. If you're ready to go on to our story, then we we'll move on. If you're not, you can pause the video now. You can rewind and you can do the stretch again. Okay, friends. My story today is about a voice. And this story is called My Mouth is a Volcano. The author who wrote the words is Julia Cook, and it's illustrated by Carrie Hartman. Okay. My name is Lewis. People say I erupt a lot. Erupt, friends, is what a volcano does. And if you see on my cover, that little triangle kind of looks like a volcano. And a volcano erupts with very hot lava. I don't think I do. I have a lot to say, and all of my words are very important to me. Did you ever feel like that, friends? Like you had a lot to say and you just wanted people to listen to your words? That happens to me. When other people talk, words just pop into my head. Then they slide down onto my tongue. My tummy starts to rumble, and then it starts to grumble. My words begin to wiggle, and then they do the jiggle. My tongue pushes all of my important words up against my teeth, and then, what do you think happens, friends? I erupt. Words just explode out of my mouth. My mouth is a volcano. And he says, hey guys, guess what, you guys? Uh-oh. In class, my teacher says that when we want to say something, we are supposed to look at her, raise our hand, and wait until she calls on us. I tried that. After I waited patiently for what seemed like 62 years, my important words slid down from my head onto my tongue. My tummy started to rumble, and then it started to grumble. My words began to wiggle, and then they did the jiggle. My tongue pushed all of my important words into my teeth, and my volcano erupted. Teacher, I think we should go all day. I'm hungry. I want to go have lunch. My teacher was less than pleased. She erupted me right back. I know what you are saying is very important to you, Lewis, but since it's not an emergency, you'll have to wait until I call you. It was my volcano's fault. At daycare, we were sitting on the rug, listening to Miss Polly read us a story about planting trees. All of a sudden, I thought about the time my grandpa and I planted 6 trees in the front yard. My important words slid from my head onto my tongue. My tummy started to rumble, and then it started to grumble. My words began to wiggle, and then they did the jiggle. My tongue pushed all of my important words into my teeth, and my volcano erupted. Hey guys, once I planted a zillion trees with my grandpa. It was my volcano's fault. During dinner, Mom and Dad were talking about paying bills. Then I thought about my friend Bill. Bill can blow a bubble inside of a bubble when he chews 2 pieces of bubble gum. Now, that's really important. My important words about Bill slid down from my head onto my tongue. My tummy started to rumble, and then it started to grumble. My words began to wiggle, and then they did a jiggle. My tongue pushed all of my very important words onto my teeth, and my volcano erupted. Hey Mom, Bill can blow a bubble in a bubble with his gum. Lewis, my mom said, you interrupted again. If somebody else is talking and you don't have an emergency, you have to wait your turn. But Mom, my words, they slide down from my head onto my tongue, then my tummy starts. Lewis, you did it again. She said I was being rude. got sent to my room. It was my volcano's fault. The next day at school was my very important day. I had been waiting for about 126 weeks to be the star student of my class. This was my special moment. I got to share a poster with my class that had pictures of my favorite things. I stood up in front of my class and I began to tell them about the time I went fishing. Halfway through my story, Richard started telling everyone about when he went deep sea fishing in Mexico. His story must have been better than mine because everyone started to look at him. He was stealing my important words. Richard, said my teacher, you just interrupted Lewis. Please wait until he's finished talking, and then he might call on you. I couldn't believe how rude that was of Richard. He interrupted me. That really made me angry. Friends, have you ever felt like that? Sometimes that happens. After talking about my fishing trip, I started to explain the x-ray of my broken arm. Just as I was getting to the good part, Courtney started to tell the class about when she broke her leg. Courtney, said my teacher, you just interrupted Lewis. Please wait until he is finished talking, and then he might call on you. I couldn't believe it, how rude that was of Courtney. She started talking right during my 15 minutes of fame. She had ruined my important words. She almost stole my moment. When I got home, I told my mom about rude Richard and rude Courtney. Now you know how we feel when you interrupt us, said my mom. I never thought about that. I just get so excited and my words just pop into my head. Then they slide down my tongue, my tummy starts to rumble, and then it starts to grumble. My words begin to wiggle, and then they do a jiggle. Then my tongue pushes all my important words up against my teeth, and I erupt. Words just explode out of my mouth. My mouth is a volcano. Maybe Richard and Courtney have volcanoes in their mouths too, my mom replied. I never thought of that. Friends, did you ever think about how your other friends are feeling? That they might have the same feelings as you? That's pretty cool. Well, son, the next time your important words are pushed into your teeth by your tongue, just don't let them out. Take a deep breath and push your words out through your nose. Then, when it's your turn to talk, take a deep breath and breathe them back into your mouth. Will it work, I asked? Only if you make it, said my mom. That night at the dinner table, my sister Sylvia was in the middle of one of her long girl stories. When my important words began to slide down from my head and my volcano started to do its thing, just as my tongue started to push my words out through my teeth, I bit down really hard. Then I breathed my words out through my nose, and as soon as my sister was finished talking, I took a deep breath, and back in went the words. I was so amazed that they had just hung outside my mouth and didn't float away. Then I told my story, and nobody got mad at me for erupting. After that, I never erupted again. Well, except for the time Bill's bubble gum got stuck in my hair, but that really was an emergency. The end. Friends, you can pause the video now and you can talk to your grown-up about how that story made you feel. Do you ever feel like you're erupting? Me too sometimes. You can always talk to your grown-up, your mom, your dad, your brothers, your sisters, grandma and grandpa about how you feel. Great job, friends. All right. So the very first thing we're going to talk about is, I showed you on our cover of our book earlier that a volcano is in this shape that kind of looks like a triangle. So I thought maybe we should talk about our shapes and maybe practice making some shapes for some things we're gonna do later in the week or later when we get to school. All right, so we're gonna come over here and we're gonna practice some shapes. Now, if you want to pause the video, you're gonna go find some things that are the same size. So you'll need 4 things that are all the same size. So I have 4 Q-tips, or you might have 4 popsicle sticks, or maybe if it's a good time of day, you could have 4 popsicles. Okay, maybe you should have somebody help you with the popsicles. Or 4 strips of paper, and we're gonna make shapes together. So pause the video right now and find 4 items that are all the same size. Okay, friends, how did it go? Did you find 4 things that are all the same size? Okay, perfect. All right, first we're going to talk about Tommy Triangle. Tommy Triangle, proud as can be, count my sides. 1, 2, 3. The triangle that looks like our volcano has 3 sides. So we'll need 3 of our sides and we'll put them down. 1, 2, 3. Okay, your turn. I'll do this one while you work on yours. All right, perfect. 1, 2, 3. Great job, friends. All right, now this shape, friends, is called a square. And this is Sandy Square. Sandy Square is my name. My 4 sides are all the same. So this shape has 4 sides. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. Okay, if we put all of our items back in the middle, we will make our squares together. Okay, all 4 sides. Ready? 1. Then we'll lay another one down. And this one. And this one. We have our top and our bottom and our 2 sides that are all the same, and that makes our square. Okay, your turn. I'll work on these while you work on yours. 1 side, 2 sides,